So this girl right here, who we're gonna witness right now, she has what looks to be one of the biggest giant fucking pimples I've ever seen. Like, bro, I would not wish this upon my worst enemies. Never. You know, pimples, zits, just having bad skin in general is the most nightmarish thing, period. You know, I've been there, I've done that, I've had bad skin. You know, there's a few tips and tricks that I did to really help with it. But here, and I'll give you guys some tips and tricks too. But here in this anime, this is literally like a mutant fucking. Look, you guys can see right there for yourselves. This is just holy shit. If it doesn't give you goosebumps, I don't know what will, bro. It's just massive. You know, it's just so big. Like, bro, if it was like on your back or something, but this was like right on her face. You know, it's like right on her face. Her life is pretty much ruined. You know, and modern day medicine, you know, can't heal this. You know what I'm saying? It will be healed, you know, through surgery, but it will just leave a bigger scar than the pimple itself. So here they call it odd face, but, you know, we'll just call it a giant pimple. Just look at the size of that thing. It just covers her entire cheek. It looks like, you know, she got punched in the face and it just swelled up. So eventually they said it will get bigger and it will, you know, look like an old grandma face. So just imagine like a shitload of wrinkly skin on you that looks like an old grandma. Bro, this is like worst case scenario, bro. Like I said, I've had bad skin on my face and right now it's not bad. But trust me, man, if you have like pimples, zits, you know, things like this, bro, it's just, oh boy, I will pray for you guys. You know what I'm saying? Just bad skin overall. But, you know, everyone gets it, you know, sometime in their life. You know, some get it worse than others. Even within seiyus, you know, like seiyus, you know, voice actors in Japan, you know, some seiyus have bad skin. You know, they have acne, they got pimples, they got zits, and they cover it up with makeup. And, you know, a lot of people notice this stuff. And so as, you know, an Ojo-sama within the political realm, you know, her dad is like a politician of sorts within the kingdom. And so they're fairly rich. So she doesn't want to be walking around with this giant fucking pimple, zit-looking, mutant, disgusting thing on her face, you know? So here, this episode, and, you know, like I said, I wouldn't wish this upon anyone. Not even this girl, even though she was very disrespectful, she was very bratty, she was very spoiled, she didn't want to listen to reason. She was like, oh, I don't want the zit, but at the same time, I don't want surgery that will leave a scar. It's like, brah, she just wants everything handled to her on a silver platter where everything just ends perfectly. You know, her face looks like it's been untouched, back to normal. But of course, that's exactly what she got, thanks to Zenos and his, like, broken healing powers. And so, like I said, even though she is, like, bratty, she's over here, like, screaming, saying, oh, I don't want to feel any pain. I don't want to go through this. And, look, everyone's just trying to, like, calm her down, trying to convince her. You know, she's just pure bitch. She's just being a bitch. See, look, I refuse unless you can guarantee me there will be no scars left. Her name's Charlotte. All right, like that matters anything. And it's just so funny. You know, this girl Charlotte really this is probably the best thing that's happened to her. I'll be honest with you. Some of you guys need to get an ugly face. Some of you guys need to have like this problem happen, cause it will really humble you. Like it humbled the shit out of me when I got bad skin, when I had bad acne. You know, it really just, you know, set a perspective of how I feel about myself. And, you know, it really just makes you insecure as fuck. Like, holy shit. It was a wild ride. Thankfully, I had friends. I had my back. You know, thankfully, you know, my classmates weren't really making fun of me for them. You know, it was like a pizza face. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm going to pray for all of you. Of course, towards the end of the video, I'm going to give you guys some tips and tricks that I did without buying expensive shit. You know, expensive shit that just, you can't, like Proactive and all this stuff. Now, I'm not dogging on them. Some of you need some Proactive, and it will work, but it doesn't work for everyone. I just want to give you guys basic shit that you can find in everyday life, tips and tricks that will help you. And so, here, you know, she's being a bitch, she's being, like, annoying, she's being rude, she's being holier than thou, she's being spoiled, but still, I would still not wish this upon her. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is something out of her control. this is something that, it just started growing out of her cheek. So I can't really knock her for, this depressing attitude that she has. This really, spoiled bratish attitude. Because, it just sucks, man. When you get something that's out of your control, a growth that just happened out of nowhere. So I can kind of sympathize with her, it's just, bacteria going out of whack and your pores clogging up. But of course, here Zenos was able to heal this bird, make it fly again, even though she believed it could never fly again because it was injured. And thus, he was able to convince this, closed-minded girl that he was OP enough to, if he can heal the bird and make it fly again, he can definitely heal her and her scars, because he's OP as fuck. So Zenos knows what he's doing. But obviously, she doesn't trust him. So she goes under surgery. One thing leads to another. And they were able to heal her. And here's the catch, guys. He got another girl to be part of his harem. Yeah, so she's pretty much going to be part of his harem now. She started towards the end of the episode. There was some drama here. But towards the end of the episode, after everything's said and done, she's so grateful. Bro, I'm telling you, bro. These pimples, these zits, these boils, these, things like this, they will humble the shit out of you. So she's like right here crying tears of joy. It really is a relief. She's so happy. She got rid of this nasty ass giant mutant looking pimple called the odd face. She's looking in a mirror. Everyone is just so happy. You know what I'm saying? Everyone's just so happy. And so, I think she's going to be a better person now. And she's part of the political realm. Damn, she's just going to do so much better for the kingdom. I think everyone who's in a, who's a politician or is high up there, they should like honestly get zits. You know what I'm saying? And then get rid of it, and then they'll be humbled, and they'll probably just be better people all around. And so over here, now she's asking for him. He's like, where is he? What is his name? And then of course he gets his name, and then so yeah, she's obviously gonna be part of his harem now. That 100%. After this fiasco, after everything's said and done. And so here are my tips and tricks, guys. If you guys want to have clearer face, of course it's not guaranteed. I still get like a pimple or zit here and there, but it's not terrible. It's not as terrible as it used to be, holy. But here, this is what I did to make things better for myself, guys. So I'm gonna do it real quick, and then we're gonna end this video and enjoy the rest of your day. So drink a shitload of water. One, that's gonna helps with skin. Drink at least 60 to 100 ounces a day. Nothing less than 50 ounces a day. So that's one. Two is to get plenty of sleep and make sure your pillows and shit is antibacterial, or at least wash them once a month. That's two. Three, be hygienic when you take a shower. But here's the other thing, guys. When you shower, don't put a lot of soap on your face. Don't put a lot of conditioner in your hair either. Just put half of what you used to, because your skin is very sensitive to those chemicals in the soap. And when you do shower, take like a steam shower, all right? Take a steam shower and then go like kind of like mild at the end. So your pores close up after you wash them, so nothing goes and it clogs them. So, being hygienic is like king. And anytime you sweat, take a quick shower. You don't have to wash your hair, but take a quick shower. Just hygiene, and hydrate, right? And then cut your intake of bath soap and all this shit in half. If you're putting like a shitload of soap on you, probably irritating the skin and creating a clog, all right? So, and then here's real quickly, I'm almost done here. When you wash your clothes, the detergent on your clothes, 100% will still be on the clothes. The smell and all this shit is extra added smell and shit agents. It will irritate the fuck out of your skin. So cut that in half as well. Now, you want your clothes to be clean, but you don't want them to have too much detergent on them. So if you're using like, I don't know how much, like this much, cut it down to like this much. Only what you need, guys. You don't really want to leave too much of a lasting smell on your clothes, but you still want them to be clean. So don't use any harsh detergents. Don't use too much bleach, because that will fucking irritate the skin, especially on your pillows, on your your towels, your blankets when you go to sleep, or when you dry yourself off. And that's another thing. When you your towels, when you take a bath, make sure they're not inside the bath, because that will host a lot of bacteria if your towel doesn't dry up. And so, and then the other thing is be happy, guys. You know, these things happen a lot. It's because when you get stressed, you get really inflamed, you get really heated, you get really, irritated, so your skin gets inflamed. Remember, guys, your skin is an organ. It will get irritated as well. It will get inflamed. And what happens when your body heats up? Your pores open up, and it has a better chance to get bacteria in it, get the pore stuck, get lot of things. So anytime you get dust in your hair too, make sure you wash your hair. Just hygiene. So guys, these are just some quick tips I wanted to give out. We really want to focus on the anime. You can see here, bro, it's really, just looking at her face, bro, I would not wish this upon anyone, guys. Look at this, it's just so red and, so obvious, And if you really need to pop a zit or something, like emergency, you're going to an event, you're going to take pictures and stuff. If you really need to do it, make sure you just wash it with really warm water. Open it up and then pop it. All right, guys, and then wash it off with cold water, and then that would just help mitigate, leaving a scar. You don't want to leave a scar to that wound. So these are my tips. These are my tricks. This is shit that I figured out through years and years of my skin type. Everyone's different. Everyone is different. So this is just shit that I saw that actually helped, even if a little bit, guys. You do not want any of this. Like I said, I wouldn't wish this upon my worst enemies, period. That is all, guys. Peace.